Welcome back, Goddess of Genesis fam. When I first started playing this game, I made a video about how Goddess of Genesis is similar to Langrisser in many ways. So the video appealed to Langrisser people who are considering playing Goddess of Genesis for the first time. Well, I figure I might as well make a video about how Goddess of Genesis, or how Langrisser is similar to Goddess of Genesis for people who play GOG who are considering switching over to Langrisser or picking it up for the first time. So I figured I'd make this video and you can see the similarities between the games because there's a lot of similarity and crossover between the two. So this is my GOG oriented video that shows an introduction to Langrisser. So this is Langrisser Mobile, and the first thing I'm going to start with is the characters. Because this game has been around for so long, it's been around for over 2 years, whereas Goddess of Genesis has only been around for about 6 months. There's a lot more heroes in Langrisser Mobile. There's 57 SSR heroes in Langrisser Mobile compared to 27 in Goddess of Genesis. I'll show you real quick. There's a gallery where you can look at the heroes. So here there's 57 SSR heroes, there's 21 SR heroes, and then there's 12 R heroes. Now in addition to the 57 regular heroes, there's also, these are all the regular heroes in the different Langrisser games. There's also crossovers that happen. So this is a crossover we had recently. We had an Overlord crossover, Trails of Cold Steel, Record of Lodos Wars, Yu Yu Hakusho, Sakura Wars, and Trails of the Sky. So you do get crossovers with other games where you can, those characters enter the game universe and you can play them as well. There's a ton of equipment. And actually, I should probably just show you what a character loadout looks like. So for example, Bozol is a demon class, so like a magic user. There's a whole bunch of enchants. Every character has like a troop unit that comes with them that you can select, and the troops have different abilities depending on what you're trying to accomplish, different range, and they also give special abilities to your hero when you equip the troop. So in terms of equipment, you have your weapons, which have an enchant. You have your armor, your helm, and your accessory or trinket slot. You also have an awakening, which is like a special ability. Oh, well, he doesn't have one, but your characters you can equip with different spells and abilities. So you can take any 3 spells into combat, and you may want to switch them up. So right now, this is an AoE attack. This is a faction buff that boosts the damage of all people in the faction. This is a sleep spell. He's got a single target ability here, single target. He can summon a unit, and these are additional AoE attacks. So you can customize your heroes. So this is a 3C ability, which is like a special attack, like a really powered up attack that you can get. Not all characters have them, but most of them do. You have to unlock it. You also have skins for the different characters. So right now Bozol's wearing a skin. That's what he normally looks like. Or that might be a skin also. Let me see if... That's what he normally looks like. So you can get different skins for all the characters. Let's see, what else do we have? For the summoning banners, we get new banners every week. So these are, like, this is the most recent banner for Kruger and Vincent. This is an old banner where you have 3 characters that you can get. You have your generic hero summon banner, which I don't recommend summoning on in this game. And you have your equipment banner that I don't recommend summoning on in this game. And you also have the friendship banner, which is kind of junk, similar to the friendship banner in Goddess of Genesis. Now, when you get your characters, you have to level them up by grinding their Gate of Fate. This is similar to the, what's it called? The packs in Goddess of Genesis, where you have to level up your star levels. You do that by completing these missions, which you can sweep every day. So this is how you level up your star level for all the characters. Now, I mentioned that heroes have units that you equip with them. Those units are powered up in the training ground, and this is going to look similar to the perks in Goddess of Genesis. So, for example, there's Infantry, Lancer, Cavalry, Flyer Aquatic, Archer Assassin, and Holy and Demon. This is similar to the classes in Goddess of Genesis. So if you go into, say, Infantry, for example, there's different pages where you can level up like stats for all the heroes in that class, as well as the individual units. So like if you're using the masked maids, you want to level them up. If you're using Dark Guard, you want to level them up. You want to get their stats up as well. And then there's also different abilities that you can level up as well. So you're going to spend a lot of time farming your training ground, similar to the packs in the perks in Goddess of Genesis. For the shops, we have a bunch of shops again. You have your black market, which is like your mystery shop, and I recommend you don't spend anything in here. It's a waste of time. This is your honor shop, similar to what's in Goddess of Genesis. Here you can get an SSR accessory every month. That's really useful. This is your friendship shop, where exactly the same as Goddess of Genesis. Here is where you use your red ore, which is similar to the, I forget what it's called, but it's the rare resource in Goddess of Genesis. When you melt an SSR weapon, you get that resource. It's the same thing here, where you can do gambles, and you can get, every week, you can get a couple SSR equipment. Memory shop. Here, when you summon excess heroes, you get the memory essence, and you can use that to get like SSR accessories or runestones. There's also a skin shop where you can buy skins or costumes for all the characters, as well as for the troops. Missions is similar to Goddess of Genesis, where you have your daily missions that you do every day for your rewards. You have the challenges or feats where like they challenge you to do a certain mission. Similar thing here. And then they have like this new feature that I haven't really explored much, where you set up like a display wall of figurines that you can collect and show off to other players. In terms of game modes, if you go into Time Rift, like this is back at the very beginning. There's been like 17 time rifts released. This is similar to the adventure mode in Goddess of Genesis, where there's the normal mode, you complete them, and there's like side quests that you can complete. And there's also an elite mode. After you complete all 7, then you unlock the elite mode, you can do them again, and there's different mini quests that you get there as well. In terms of the missions you do every day, the dragon missions are going to be similar to Astral Shore. This is where you go to get your gear that drops. And unlike Goddess of Genesis, in this game, when you complete the dragon missions, you can get all of the endgame gear from here, and it's not just on the daily rewards. Like anytime you do this mission, you have a chance at getting some endgame equipment. The Angelica mission, this is similar to the, what's it called? The Grand Cook-Off, where you earn potions which increase the experience of your characters. Similarly, we have the Bonding Realm, which gives you keys. This is similar to the, what's it called? Phantom of the Opera in Goddess of Genesis. We also have a mode in here called Timeless Trial. Oh, I already beat it, but Timeless Trial is similar to Dream Chronicle, in which there's a series of missions that you complete every week, and they have different challenges or time laws that affect each mission to make it different, but the rewards are pretty good from there. so it's worth going into. In terms of arena, you have the same thing. You have an AI arena where you're facing human opponents, but it's not in real time, so you're facing like an AI version of them. And you also have a world arena where you can face live human opponents in real time. And there's also a third PvP mode called Apex Arena, which is really popular. This is kind of the end game for Langrisser, similar to Endless Corridor for Goddess of Genesis. And then this isn't Endless Corridor because this is live human-to-human PvP. And the play balance in this game is really good. The characters are very well balanced. There's not a lot of power creep, and it's surprisingly well balanced. There's a lot of interest in the playoff of Langrisser, and these are all the characters. You form a box of 15, and then you have a sideboard of 9, which is going to become 15 soon, where like when you're in the playoffs and you know who your opponent is, you can swap in different characters and change up your team composition. Similar to Goddess of Genesis, when you PvP against an opponent, there's a pick ban phase where you protect a hero and then you ban heroes from the other team, so that each fight is not always the same, since you can choose who you're gonna fight against on the other team based on your pick ban. And if you're not powerful enough to have really well-built characters, like say you're just starting out, there's a mercenaries tab where you can have access to fully built heroes that other human players have used. I'd have to remove one to show you, but you can swap mercenaries into your team. Let's see. Going back into the secret realm, we have the goblin missions. These are like the slime trove in Goddess of Genesis, where you blow up a bunch of, in this case, goblins, and you earn gold from doing that every day. Now there's a lot of other modes in Langrisser that don't have an equivalent in Goddess of Genesis. It's just additional content. So for example, we have Eternal Temple, which is a mission that changes every day that you get kind of end game rewards from doing. It's like a challenge. And there's 4 different ones that you have to tackle. There's also Ancient Beckoning, which is similar to the Holy Temple in that there's a boss that requires a specific strategy and usually certain team compositions that you have to complete. And this boss rotates like every 5 days or so. There's a different boss, and you get like endgame enchants from scoring well on this. And this is a challenge that is always recurring. There's also Twisted Fate, which is a set of missions that are like one time. You complete them once and then you get really good endgame rewards, and then you're done with that mission for the remainder. There's also limited time events that occur. So, oh, by the way, this is a joint battle. This is similar to Joint Strike, where it's only at a certain time, and it's the same time as Joint Strike for Goddess of Genesis. So for me, it's 7 o'clock Pacific time in California. It's the exact same time as Goddess of Genesis Joint Strike, or whatever the daily thing is for the day. So Endless Voyage right now is a limited time event that is only here for I think 3 weeks. And this mode is really cool. What it is similar to Endless Corridor, actually, in a way. There's different time laws, but what's cool about this mode is they give you random characters that you choose, and you can equip skills and abilities from other characters that don't naturally go on that character. So you can kind of customize and make a super team using abilities from other characters using combinations that aren't possible before. So this is a PvE mode that's really cool and really popular right now. This is, what is it called? Endless Voyage. In terms of guilds, we do have similar guild. You're welcome to join Phantom Thieves on the Crossroads server if you're looking for a guild. There's Guild War, which is similar to Dark Gate in Goddess of Genesis. You can sweep this now, and there's an upcoming mode, which we should get in about a month, hopefully, called Dimensional Expedition, which is going to be like a Risk-like team PvE, I don't know how to describe it, adventure, where you have to conquer a continent by going in with separate like strike teams and getting bonuses. So it's a new mode that's coming out that looks really promising, and people are really looking forward to that. So before I wrap up, I want to show one example of what the combat in this game looks like. This is going to be a daily mission, which is not very exciting. It's just a very standard mission. Just give you an idea of what the artwork and characters look like. Customizing my skills here. I'm going to turn on animation. So normally these attack animations are not going to be on. Because I'm used to it already, but since you've never seen the game, I'm going to turn them on just so you can potentially see what the animation is. So normally when I play, I don't see this, like this just gets cut out. I also am running at 3 times speed right now, so here, this is normal speed. There's also a danger zone. Wow, normal is really slow. I'm not used to seeing this. This is hard to watch. Oh my god, how do people play like that? I'm gonna switch it back to times 3. By the way, this is not a normal team composition. I'm just using whatever heroes are here just to give you an idea of what the combat looks like. The reason I mentioned that is I have 2 tanks here on the right, which makes no sense. Normally I'd have at least a healer with the tank. I'm kind of higher level than these guys, so they're not too threatening. So once you're used to the animation, you can turn them off, which I'm doing here, and then the combat just looks like this. It's a lot faster. So that gives you an idea of what combat looks like in the game. And that's my intro to Langrisser if you're considering playing it. It's a really good game, really well balanced, and it's actually very friendly if you're free to play. You can get very far. I don't know if you can collect all the characters if you're just starting out, because it's going to take a lot of time to amass the resources for that, but you can definitely finish the game and get all the way to the end as free to play without spending any money. Okay, good luck, have fun everybody.